What it do, friends and family? We are back with the Socialpreneurship podcast, hosted by yours truly, Joe Chat. All right, so these might be some new words for you guys hearing the Socialpreneurship podcast, but we're going to be getting into very similar content that I used to talk about on the Socialpreneurship page. All right, we were just creating a more broadband, well-connected network of individuals, and I'm trying to create as much content and get as much content as I can out there. Alright, so of course, my name is Joe Che. I am 19 years old. I'll just go over a little bit about myself beforehand so the new viewers can get a better understanding of why you should trust me and why you should tune in Monday through Friday for the Socialpreneurship podcast. Alright, so just quickly getting into it, as I said before, I'm 19 years old. I currently go to the university, or Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and I'm really excited and passionate about marketing, sales, self-empowerment, cryptocurrencies, and decentralized finance, all right? And I know that is a lot, but they're all so intertwined together in the new world that we live in, okay? So we talked last time on the Socialpreneurship podcast just a lot about marketing, sales, which marketing strategies you should be using in your business, which marketing strategies are going to pertain most and get the most traction for your business, sales techniques on how to get yourself out there, and a lot of stuff on self-empowerment and just how believing in yourself will create the best results for you. All right? The newest thing that I'm going to be incorporating into this show is going to be cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance. And I know you guys are probably like, Joe, how is this related at all to marketing, sales, and self-empowerment? And it really is, because this new technology with cryptocurrency and decentralized finance is going to impact every single human in the world, all right? We are going to create systems that we use here in America, like banking, being able to get loans, birth certificate databases, literally anything and everything that is available, technologically advanced in the United States. Cryptocurrency and decentralized finance and a decentralized network is going to be able to bring that to every single human in the world, okay? Imagine if not only in the United States, you were allowed to purchase your land, get your land deed, have it all locked in a database so nobody could take it away from you. But imagine also having that opportunity in a third world country like Afghanistan or like Somalia or like Ghana or anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter, because we are going to be able to create databases where we can put and store information for every single person to see. And this data cannot be touched, it cannot be tampered with, and it cannot be changed, okay? It is open source blockchain for everybody in the world, all right? Every person, every birth certificate can now be accounted for if we adopt this technology. And it is not if we adopt this technology, but it is when we adopt this technology. All right, so I'm done talking about cryptocurrencies and decentralized finance for right now. We will get back into those topics every Tuesday and every Thursday. All right, those are really important things that I'm super passionate about and that I'm going to get really in depth about, but I know not a lot of people know a lot about it and don't really understand the impact that it's going to have on this world. All right, so let's move on from that and let's go into why you should trust me and who I am and where I came from, okay? So I've said this 15 times already, but my name is Joe Che. I'm at Rutgers University right now, currently 19 years old, and I categorize myself as a serial entrepreneur, all right? Basically, what a serial entrepreneur is somebody who's just going to create business after business after business and try and automate all of them to create, not the most wealth, but create the most, experience and fun and be able to do the most things because they can. Because we are, we push ourselves to create, all right? I started my first business when I was 17 years old in high school, all right? I was a senior in high school. I was super bored. I needed something. I needed to take this energy, all this energy I had from senioritis and wanting to graduate from high school and not really wanting to go to college because I knew that I didn't want to become a banker, stockbroker, somebody sitting in a desk. I knew that I was so much capable of more. All right? So me and my homie, we sat down and we started this t-shirt business. We started just printing t-shirts, literally random t-shirts. Like we'd print customs, we'd print wholesale, we'd just make money, okay? And a bunch of things happened. We got another business partner. Things kept pushing forward, and it actually turned into a nonprofit. It's an environmentally focused nonprofit where we create communities and bring local communities together so that they can make an impact in their local community. All right? So like Hillsborough, we have a Somerset County group in New Jersey. If you go up to North Jersey, we have a North Bergen group. And I'm definitely not doing this to brag, but I'm just doing this to show you that everything is a process. I started my nonprofit as a t-shirt business, making profit in the garage and being excited about selling a $20 t-shirt because I was getting $5 profit from it. And that kind of pivoted and turned into a movement now for environmental sustainability and kind of creating a whole world where everybody is not focused on profit and everybody is actually focused on making a difference. So anything is really possible when you put your mind to it. And so, of course, because I started the nonprofit and I'm a hungry serial entrepreneur, I had to start something else. The nonprofit is moving forward. We have goals for 2022, 2023, 2025, and I'm an executor. So I'm going to make sure that we hit those goals. But at the same time, I have to take my passions and I have to put them into other places as well. Because environmental sustainability is one of my core pillars, but I have 7 or 8 core pillars of my life, okay? So that is when I came across the idea of socialpreneurship and this account podcast kind of creation idea. So I started socialpreneurship back in January of 2021. And it was kind of just literally it was just me posting content, just talking to you guys, similar to like this, just motivating you guys, all right? And of course, I got some traction. I used great networking tools. I met great people, and I really started to create something. So I took a step back for a month. I took about a month and a half break, as you guys know, and I came back strong with the podcast. But in that month and a half break, with creating this podcast and getting everything organized and really kind of creating the reality of every reason to help and socialpreneurship that I wanted, I came across another passion of mine, which was the decentralized finance and cryptocurrency. And I was really blessed to come across some really amazing people that showed me what I Am Academy is. And over the past 3-4 months now, I have been learning about cryptocurrency, blockchain, decentralized finance, and kind of just understanding the impact that this technology is going to have on our world, like I talked about before. And so bringing all of these things together, as you can see, my passions and interests lie all over the place. And a lot of people will tell you that you need to pick one, but that's a lie. You are really capable of putting out whatever content you want. Really, the possibilities in creating businesses and entrepreneurship are completely limitless. And not limitless in that you can do anything, but they're limitless in that you can create anything. You can't do everything or anything if you don't have the will and the execution and the proper mindset to do it. But if you can figure out the way to figure it out and to put it into motion and to be able to pivot, start an idea and pivot to another one and then pivot to another one and then eventually pivot to the exact idea that you want, that is how you're going to create the business and the enterprise and the network and everything that you've ever dreamed of creating. But if you just keep telling yourself I should keep organizing, I should keep finding more ideas, I should do more market research, you can only do so much market research before you just have to put it out. And it's not going to be perfect. This podcast, I'm going to look back at this podcast and laugh. The quality of the content, the way I'm talking, the things I'm talking about, I'm going to laugh. Hear me now, take this note. I'm going to laugh super hard because I'm going to work and create podcasts, hopefully 5 days a week for the next 1, 2, 3, 5 years, okay? I want to create this consistent basis to where I am working myself out. How are you supposed to become an insane track runner by never running? How are you supposed to finish a marathon by never running more than 3 miles. That's not how you do it. You have to just take your first step. You have to record your first podcast. You have to take your first Instagram picture. You have to create your first product and sell it to somebody. You have to get your first no's and your first yeses before you can get any more yeses or no's. Like, it's really that simple. And I don't want to go too in depth and go too crazy on this podcast, but I just wanted to let you guys know the direction that I'm going in and that I'm going to be organizing over the next couple days, and that starting Monday, June 7th, Monday, June 7th, I'm starting the second episode of the Socialpreneurship podcast. We're going to be focusing on marketing. We might have a guest appearance. We might not. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, and you guys can't have any expectations for it because I'm the creator of my own reality, and you guys get to come along and listen and watch me create. So thank you guys so much for listening. I look forward to connecting and networking with all of you. Make sure to follow, subscribe, like, comment on whatever platform you're consuming this on, and definitely reach out to me. The email is socialpreneurshipmedia@gmail.com. You can always find me in the Instagram DMs. Let's collaborate. If you want to get on this podcast and have an idea on how to do it, let's do it. I'm always game. All right? So thank you guys so much. Much love to you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your week, and I'll see you guys Monday.